Hey, what's up guys? Tony here, and you guys are just in time for playoffs. Now I know it's a little early for like the real Major League Baseball season playoffs, but it's playoff time. It's 2013, so we're a little bit in the future. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but last time I did a playoff video, I had mentioned that Scott McLean really didn't play like an October player. There's just something about him that is not a playoff player. And I mentioned that several real-life players come to mind, like A-Rod, big-time postseason choke artist. And I'll be honest, McLean was a big-time postseason choke artist. I mean, look at that. I might have been a little late on it, but still, I mean, those are hits. Like, I've taken balls to the opposite field. I've hit home runs the opposite field all season long. And I cannot hit. This postseason is terrible. Like, it was so terrible. I was at the point of frustration. I almost decided to turn the dashboard, basically turn my PlayStation off, not record these games and try again. But I'm a guy, I go with the first take on mostly everything. I try to do commentaries in one take unless there's some sort of disaster. But I play the game through. What I get is what I get, win, lose, or draw. And that's just the kind of player I am. And I accept losses. I'm okay with that. But this one was hard to swallow. Because I was tearing the cover off the ball coming into the postseason. And he just chokes. Flat out chokes. It's unreal how, like, the drastic change in the player. So, great player during the season. Horrible player in the postseason. So I don't know what to say. If you guys have got that same experience, let me know, because I'd like to know for sure, because I just can't get my head wrapped around it, you know. I don't know how many times I've dropped my controller. I don't know if you guys are like controller throwers or flippers or whatever, but I am a controller dropper. Oh wow, man, look at that pitch out. Oh, I thought I was safe too. That was a bang bang play right there. But that was a good call on that pitch out, but I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Well, I'm starting the postseason out. I'm not starting out great. But anyways, I want to talk about something a little bit different, because you'll see the choke artist happen. And I'm going to put this into two parts if I haven't already said that. I'm not sure. My mind is pretty scattered right now, I'll be honest. It has been a long week, and it's only Wednesday. I've got tomorrow. And tomorrow, well, I mean, I'm going to try not to sound like I'm venting or bitching or whatever, but I've just gotten that much more busy this week. I've picked up working on Thursdays now, something I haven't done in probably since that was a horrible pitch to swing at. That's my fault. But hey, look at that. It was a single, RBI single. But I haven't worked a Thursday in a very long time. They used to be really good Thursdays, but it's just right now with how busy I am, it's just not something I'm looking forward to be honest. But yeah, but tomorrow I've got a French exam. I don't know if you guys have been following my tweets or not. If you have, you've noticed that I've had a couple of negative tweets. I'm not one to like be negative, you know, a negative Nally or negative Nancy or whatever the hell the saying is. I try to stay upbeat and positive, because my older brother, he's like a super negative guy, like all the time. He thinks the world's out to get him. And I'm very much an optimist, where I think that, you know, I will always look at the bright side of anything, like a normal optimist would. I'm definitely not a pessimist. And anyways, the thing is that this language class is just beating me up and down every class meeting. And Tuesday was a low point for me. I was in class, we were doing some exercise, everybody else knew what was going on, I didn't. And this is French 2 out of 3. I need to take it goes 101, 102, 201. And so basically this is 102. So for me to graduate, I need to get 201 under my belt, which I need to do next semester. But this class is just whooping my ass. And I've heard before, I was hoping that would be gone. I was like, so get the hell out of here. No. It's those damn freaking winds and knock them down right off the ocean. Just comes in and blows them right out of the sky. It's horrible. But anyways, yeah, this class is just beating me up. I didn't know what was going on. everybody else did. We were going around the classroom. People were speaking French, asking questions to each other out of the book, answering questions 2 different ways, positive and negative. Basically, like affirmative or negation, basically, of some question that was asked. And my neighbor asked me a question, and I'm like, I'm looking at the book. I don't know what the hell's going on. So finally, I'm just like, I look up the professor. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. So she passed me by, which I felt great about. And then she asked me some questions later. I mean, so my thing is what previous French classes or previous language classes, Adam Ball, love it. If you're the guy who doesn't know what's going on, the professor that I had for 101, she made it a point to pick on you. And that 101 class was so uncomfortable. I hated going in that class because it was the same way. I mean, I got to be in that class. Lord only knows how I got to be in that class. I think I just, like, you know, I almost said nutted up. That's pretty disgusting. I think I just sort of rolled up my sleeves and just, you know, put the nose to the old proverbial grindstone, and I worked really hard the last couple of exams. And Tuesday, I was really thinking about dropping this class. I was just like, you know what? I'm so done. I don't want to take this class. Maybe I'll switch to German, you know, and switch to a language that's going to be more closely related to English, being that they're in the same language family. But that's adding another semester to my already lengthened graduation. Oh, look at that. Ooh, nice single. Excuse me. I had a Dr. Pepper, so I guess I burped a little bit. I guess you really didn't want to know that, did you? But yeah, I was supposed to be graduating in May, and now it's been postponed because of budget cuts till December. And if I were to have to add another semester on that, then it'd be a year from now because of language requirements. So I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to try to stick this one out. But it is really wearing on me. I don't know if you guys like have a class that you just are having a hard time with. Everyone's got a class. Maybe it's I don't know, math or science or biology or language in my case, or English or whatever. Everyone's got something that they're not particularly good at. And I really wish it was something like I don't study enough or I don't study hard enough. And I know there's some truth to that because I have got serious time demands coming from my other courses because they're 300 level history courses. So the amount of time that's demanded of me for reading and writing essays, it's a lot. I spend a lot of time reading and writing for those classes. And so I really kind of put off the French stuff. I know I shouldn't. But when I put it in the priority, it gets to the bottom of the list because I would like to do well on these history courses. And the thing is, though, and I told this to a friend of mine on Tuesday at lunch. So we've got an hour lunch. Like the entire campus shuts down from 12 to 1 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's called U Hour, University Hour. And during U Hour, we all get together. We have lunch. You know, all of our friends get together. And I was telling her, this girl Jennifer, I was like, you know what? I tried to learn the violin when I was in like 4th grade or something like that, but I couldn't get past learning how to read music. So I have this long history of being unable, or I shouldn't say being unable because it's not that I'm not able to learn. I mean, I'm learning stuff, but it's not at a pace that I can keep up with the class. And it's not like I'm not a smart guy, and like everyone's smart in their own way, you know. And I'm a good student, and I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I'm a really good student. I get good grades. I work my ass off to get my good grades. You know, I might you know, mail in an essay here and there, and that was another one. I was just like, wow, I was right on top of that pitch too. But I might mail in an essay here and there, you know, and I'll take a C on a grade just because I'm burned out or I need a break or I didn't put that much time in. Everyone does that. You know, and I procrastinate at times like everyone else. But there's just certain subjects that you just can't do. Like, I'm not good at math. That's why I'm a history major. I just can't do math. And I'm done with my math requirements. I did college algebra, and I was done. Oh, that pissed me off, too. I was like, I pieced out of that bitch. I'm done. I'm so done with math. I'm not touching it, looking at it ever again. So, anyways, let me know what classes, you know, if you're in high school, what classes just really are tough for you. If you're in college, you got any of these sort of courses that have been tough for you. Graduate school, you know, maybe you're a doctor, I don't know. I'd be kind of interested if I had doctors watching my commentaries. I don't know what I'd think of if I did. But anyways, guys, this is gonna be a two-part. Like I said earlier, it's gonna be a two-part episode of the NLDS. It was it wasn't a heartbreaker. I mean, it was a good series. It's a heartbreaker for me because I played like shit, man. Anyways, that's the end of this game, guys. Part 2 will probably post up tomorrow. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll talk to you later.